Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on OWELEKETV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Um, I made a monologue. Was it 2 days or 3 days ago about the House of Rep member who assaulted what do you call it? A bolt driver. And on that monologue, I think I talked about uh, the deserving punishment that should go for someone like that, someone in such position. And then when I made that statement, I thought he was going to be suspended. Of course, that one should expect um, a kind of significant punishment to be meted out to this man, sort of because he deserves it. But surprisingly, I'm making this second video again, this second monologue, due to the fact that I just read in the news, okay, not just sometimes yesterday, that the House of Rep will not be punishing this man in any form or shape. That means he will not be suspended. In fact, they said he will not be suspended. They will not suspend him. I remember on my monologue, for those of you who watched my monologue, I actually, even the suspension, I actually I saw the suspension as even on an under punishment. I expected him to be expelled. What I expected was an expulsion from the House of Rep for this misconduct. And now we're not even talking about that. We're not even talking about expulsion, not even talking about suspension. We are even talking about no punishment at all. This is shocking to me. It is shocking and not shocking, and bearing in mind how ridiculous, how messy the National Assembly has become, and it has become a circus of shame. That is just the reality. I can't understand why a legislator will exhibit such gross misconduct in the public, yet not attracting punishment from the legislative body. That is just it is not acceptable. It is shameful for us to find ourselves in such situation in our country, where leaders can just go on and do whatever they choose to do. While I said it is surprising, at the same time it is not surprising to me, because the entire leadership of the country as it is now today is just a caricature of what how bad a leadership can be, because we have the president who is basically is to me, I classify him to be a criminal as far as I'm concerned. His background is criminal, and he bulldozed himself into office. He forced his way into the presidency in a criminal manner. By obviously, he bought his way through, he paid his way through to governance, to the Aso Rock. So I consider that a crime, even though court didn't find him that, because the court itself is full of the leadership of the court, from the lower to the highest court in the land, is also equally full of criminals who are just who are just out taking bribes from all angles, and as such just delivering ridiculous judgments that even we laymen consider to be contrary, or to contradict the constitution or the law, sort of. So it's no surprise to me. Now we have the president, of course, the legislative arm. Again, we have the Senate president, who is also a criminal, criminal in the sense that he was found wanting by the EFCC. Even as we speak right now, he still have a case with EFCC uh, I think he was charged for embezzling. I think on not able to account for about 300 billion naira of of is it Akwa Ibom? No, yes, Akwa Ibom State. It's sort of when he was a governor, and now he's the Senate president. And we also have the House of Rep Speaker who doesn't have that much of. He was a businessman. This is his first political position, elective position. Actually, he's a businessman, a hotelier. Like I said in my past monologue, is someone I know one on one, not quite well. Like I said, we traveled on the same plane together. We lodged in the same hotel together. We traveled to different countries together for I think 2-3 weeks tour of different countries. So, and that's the only level I got to know him. I don't know him that well, but it's obvious that he is also in the pocketbooks of Bola Tinubu. So what we have basically is that we have the National Assembly as that is a rubber stamp to the president, who is a criminal. National Assembly led by the Senate president, that is a criminal, and the House of Rep Speaker, who is obviously a stooge to the president, and we have the judiciary as well, who is headed by someone, a Chief Justice, who basically gave a ruling that was, to me, I consider that ruling a crime, because that was a ridiculous ruling that actually gave governorship ticket to governorship victory to number 4, someone who took number 4th position in an election. Excuse me. So basically, we have our country being ruled by not only mediocres, but people who are endemically corrupt. That is just the reality. So it is no surprise to me that the House of Rep will actually not punish its member, one of its members who went out to represent the leadership, the House of Rep members, in a very bad light. He molested and assaulted a boat driver. For those of everybody, that's a public. I think everyone knows the story now. So now I just hope. I think the matter, the police government took him to court. The matter is in court, and he pleaded not guilty. Honestly, like I said, I expected punishment and expulsion. That's the least of what I expected from the House of Rep leadership. Now that he's not even suspended, but he has a case in court, government, and I know that case, as long as it is the government, Tinubu's government, that is handling that case is going nowhere. But that brings me to this point. The point I am about to make is to as the victim of this man's assault, recklessness and pride and arrogance. It's sort of, so I don't know his name. I think his name should be in the paper. I forgot. I read the news there, but I forgot his name. But the boat driver, I hope, I think I made this statement. I said the same thing on my last monologue, that I hope he sues this boat driver, sues this House of Rep member for damages, a civil suit, honestly, to claim damages. Obviously, if the court does their job well, damages that can actually bankrupt him. If it were in a civilized world, in the civilized environment, that man would pay damages that will obviously bankrupt him for the rest of his life. So you don't just molest people, harass, molest, and assault people that way, especially when you are a leader, one of our leaders in the country. So again, I hope that boat driver sue him. I know the court system is biased. There's no doubt about that. But anything can happen. If I were in his shoes, I'll take the courage to sue him. If the High Court does not give me the right judgment, I will take it to the appeal court. If the appeal court does not give me the right judgment, I take it to the Supreme Court. And the 3 courts can never will definitely will. I understand as someone in power, he will definitely want to influence the judges or whatever. But who knows? Honestly, I think he should, no matter what. Even though we don't have faith in our judicial system, we don't even have faith in any of our system anymore. But at least there's never say never. I expect and I advise him to actually take this man to court, and that is just it. Um, Honestly, our leaders are just they are just nothing to write. Current present crop of leaders right now are just nothing to write home about. It is so unfortunate, and this is my angle.